Was Nadhim Zahawi a good chairman?
Nadhim was actually a very good chairman, highly competent chairman.
Do you think it was the right decision to get rid of him?
Well, I think that the circumstances were such and the report from the independent advisor was such that it was impossible for Nadhim to stay.
What sort of problems is the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, building for himself? So we see allegations against Dominic Raab, more than a dozen civil servants complaining that he is a bully. That's being investigated. Gavin Williamson being sacked. All adding to an air of sleaze around this government.
Well, I mean, a Labour MP had to stand down from his seat, and there was a by-election because he had behaved in an unsuitable manner within his office, if I remember the details correctly, and that was only last year. If you take a parliament of 650 people, there will inevitably be some people who don't behave as well as they should, and that is always an issue for all prime ministers and all leaders of parties.
You're talking about maybe a couple of dozen people around the cabinet.
Yeah, well, I think we've got to be slightly careful about the bullying allegations. We've got to wait and see. You did indeed, quite rightly. Yep. But also, we mustn't be too snowflaky about it. People need to be able to say this job has not been done well enough and needs to be done better. Good public services
and being a snowflake.
It's a very difficult line to judge. It is not a straightforward issue in most cases. It is, how did somebody react? What did somebody say? Is it reasonable to demand from senior and well-paid professionals a level of good service? And then you have to judge whether that line has been overstepped. But I do worry that we are getting a bit snowflakey about this.